Winchester is a city in Lewis County, Idaho, United States, located on the Camas Prairie in the north-central part of the state. The population was 340 at the 2010 census, up from 308 in 2000. History: Winchester is within the Nez Perce Indian Reservation, and similar to the opening of lands in Oklahoma, the U.S. government opened the reservation for white settlement in November 1895. The proclamation had been signed less than 2 weeks earlier by President Cleveland. The city was named in 1900 during a meeting to establish a school district. While considering the possibilities, an individual looked at the stack of Winchester rifles at the door and suggested the name, which was approved. The sawmill closed in May 1965 after the mature timber in the area had been cut. The mill was operated by Boise Cascade for its final 5 years. Its closure followed a fire which destroyed much of downtown Winchester in November 1964. A half-mile outside of town is Winchester Lake State Park, planned in 1966 and established in 1969. Originally it was a mill pond, created in 1910 by damming Lapwai Creek. Water quality issues at the lake were addressed with the installation of aeration units in 2002. Geography: Winchester is located at 46.24083 degrees north, 116.62333 degrees west, 46.24083 minus 116.62333, at an elevation of 3,980 feet above sea level. According to the United States Census Bureau, the city has a total area of 0.18 square miles, all of it land. Climate. Demographics. 2010 census. As of the census of 2010, there were 340 people, 134 households, and 84 families residing in the city. The population density was 1,888.9 inhabitants per square mile. There were 167 housing units at an average density of 927.8 per square mile. The racial makeup of the city was 92.1% white, 1.2% African American, 3.2% Native American, 0.3% Asian, 0.9% from other races, and 2.4% from 2 or more races. Hispanic or Latino of any race were 2.1% of the population. There were 134 households, of which 20.1% had children under the age of 18 living with them. 52.2% were married couples living together. 6.0% had a female householder with no husband present. 4.5% had a male householder with no wife present, and 37.3% were non-families. 34.3% of all households were made up of individuals, and 14.2% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.19, and the average family size was 2.75. The median age in the city was 50.4 years. 17.4% of residents were under the age of 18, 4.3% were between the ages of 18 and 24, 17.6% were from 25 to 44, 39.4% were from 45 to 64, and 21.2% were 65 years of age or older. The gender makeup of the city was 52.1% male and 47.9% female. 2000 census. As of the census of 2000, there were 308 people, 135 households, and 88 families residing in the city. The population density was 1,699.7 people per square mile. There were 158 housing units at an average density of 871.9 per square mile. The racial makeup of the city was 94.81% white, 1.30% Native American, 1.30% from other races, and 2.60% from two or more races. Hispanic or Latino of any race were 0.32% of the population. There were 135 households, out of which 20.0% had children under the age of 18 living with them. 56.3% were married couples living together. 5.9% had a female householder with no husband present, and 34.8% were non-families. 28.9% of all households were made up of individuals, and 14.1% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.22 and the average family size was 2.74. In the city, the population was spread out, with 17.5% under the age of 18, 4.9% from 18 to 24, 23.4% from 25 to 44, 37.0% from 45 to 64, and 17.2% who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 47 years. For every 100 females there were 105.3 males. For every 100 females age 18 and over, there were 106.5 males. The median income for a household in the city was $36,250, and the median income for a family was $40,179. Males had a median income of $35,625 versus $23,125 for females. The per capita income for the city was $16,588. About 8.1% of families and 7.4% of the population were below the poverty line, including 4.8% of those under the age of 18 and 3.8% of those 65 or over. Transportation. Highway US 95 to Lewiston and Grangeville. The city is 2 miles west of U.S. Route 95, which connects it to Craigmont to the east and Lewiston to the northwest, via the Lapwai Canyon. Until 1960, US 95 was routed through Winchester on this spur and descended cul-de-sac hill, considered the worst of the three major grades, all of which were extremely twisty. The new route through Lapwai Canyon was built in 3 years and reduced the distance by over 4 miles and saved 25 minutes of driving time. The earlier road was completed in 1923. The first organized road race on the old road took place in 1964. Among the participants in the hill climb was Bob Knievel of Butte, Montana, later known as Evel Knievel. The timber trestles of the former Camas Prairie Railroad are visible throughout the area. Education. The public schools are in Craigmont, operated by the Highland Joint School District No. 305, led by Highland High School. The consolidated district was formed in 1962. Prior to that, Winchester had its own schools and the high school's mascot was a logger.